are you?
William Shakespeare.
Never heard of you.
For so long, Shakespeare's been confined to this like dusty closet of what I would refer to in a negative way as sort of highbrow, and in that sense it becomes, inaccessible. And what Craig and what everyone has worked on this show been able to do is bring it back and make it cool and make it sexy and make it a rock show, which is what it was at the end of the day.
The really special thing about Will, and what's really special about what Craig has done with it, is he's taken the 16th century and allowed us to draw from our own experiences and bring our own sort of ideas and concepts to the show in order for, I think, other people really to relate more so. I feel like a lot of the youth, especially today, see Shakespeare in that time as kind of dusty and boring. And what Shaker and Craig have done have sort of taken that and been like, hey, let's flip that on its head and let's sort of use that as a vehicle to view our own contemporary lives.
The thing that makes Will different is that it's taken an old story and we work in it in a new contemporized way. I mean, you're looking at a 400-year-old story, and everything from the soundtrack to the design to how Craig wrote it is exciting and new and reinvented, and I think in that way the audiences will be able to relate to it a lot more than I did in high school.
I loved all the creatives attached, like I said, Craig and Shaker and the entire creative team, and the content. I really like the writing. It's dramatic yet not over the top, and it's raw and sexy.
As I've grown up, I've realised that every age has its agitators and its spokespeople, and there's an urgency with which people communicate, and that's just as important today. We're living in a time where voices are being raised, and I think that's completely resonant with what Shakespeare was doing in his time. And then you'll see in the course of the series, Shakespeare is raising his voice, using poetry and using his ingenuity to say something that dare not be said, and doing it much more effectively than if he just said in plain English. So I think people will enjoy the ingenuity of William Shakespeare in this story.
It's a very dynamic historical drama. Most period drama is quite staid and quite fusty. This is incredibly dynamic and vibrant and exciting, but still has the meticulous detail of the historical research in this show is incredible.